time we're going to talk about volume. Okay, so what if we had, well actually for starters let's say, so the area, why did I do that? The volume is the area of the base times the height. Okay, so that's all you have to do. So let's have a go at doing a rectangular prism. Okay. Oh, this is going to be so wonky again. Why am I so rubbish at drawing shapes? Alright, so let's say this is 8 meters, this one can be 6 meters, and this one can be 3 meters. So, to find the volume, we find the area of the base, which is 6 times 3, and we times it by the height, which is 8. So you can do them separately, or you could just do it all at once. With rectangles, it's pretty easy to do it all at once. So it is 144 meters cubed. Now we're using a little cube here instead of, we've been talking about squares when we do area, but when we do volume we use cubed. A really easy way to remember that is that if you're doing 2D shapes, it's a little 2. If you're doing 3D shapes, it's a little 3. And that's a nice way to remember it, okay? Now what if we had something like this? So we've got a cylinder. Once again, pretend it's straight. Okay, let's say the radius, why does that keep happening? Let's say the radius is 6 meters and the height can be 10 meters, okay? So we need to find out the area of the base first. So the area of the base, how did we remember a circle is pi r squared? So we're going to do pi r squared because r is the radius, which is 6. So we work out pi r squared and we get 113.1 meters squared. Okay, now all we do to find out the volume, we take the area of the base, which we've just worked out, and we times it by the height. And this one's really easy because all we have to do is move the decimal point over, isn't it? So meters cubed, don't forget your cubed, okay? Now one of the other things we want to talk about is capacity. So that's about how much liquid can fit inside stuff. So if we've got something, if we have the volume of 1 centimeter cubed, like if we have a little cube, and all of these are 1, 1, and 1, that will hold 1 milliliter, okay? Which would be very impractical, but you get the point. If you have something that has 1,000 cubic centimeters, so 1,000 centimeters cubed, that will hold 1 liter, okay? Which is generally like a liter of milk. That is how big the space inside will be. Okay, if you have 1 meter cubed, that will hold a kiloliter. So if you had a cube like this, and this was all 1, 1, 1, and they were meters instead of centimeters this time, it would hold a kiloliter. Okay, so we might do an example of how to work that out. So let's say we have a rectangular prism. Okay, so let's say the height is 9 centimeters, this can be 4 centimeters, and this can be 3 centimeters. So first let's work out the volume, which is the area of the base. So the base is 4 by 3 times the height. Okay, 4 by 3 is 7, 7 by 9, oh no, it's, what? I have written something completely different on my own piece of paper. That's alright. I don't know what I've done. Oh, no, I haven't. Why did I just say 4 by 3 is 7? Oh, I'm having one of those days. 4 by 3 is 12 times 9 is 108. Okay, so 108 centimeters cubed is the volume of this. Now, if we look at our rule over here, that 1 centimeter cubed is 1 milliliter. So the capacity, so for every 1 centimeter cubed, there is 1 milliliter. So if there's 108 centimeters cubed, there must be 108 milliliters. Okay, so that is how much water or any sort of liquid that this shape would hold. Okay, hopefully that makes a bit of sense to you, I hope. Let's look at some conversions. So if we have milliliters, liters, and kiloliters, this is actually really easy, this one. Because you know how with some measurements you have to remember, is it times by 10, times by 100? All of these are times by 1,000. So it's really easy to remember, okay? So whenever you're dealing with liquids, everything is 1,000 between each, okay? So there are 1,000 milliliters in a liter, there are 1,000 liters in a kiloliter. And there's 1,000 kiloliters in a megaliter if you want to keep going. All right? So that is how those work.